What's up, y'all? It's Kia. I was inspired to talk to you all about this subject by some Facebook posts that I've been seeing in the last week. And it's been interesting because I guess with Valentine's Day approaching and now passing, there's been a lot of people, specifically in the love sector, but I noticed this outside of the love sector, and that is, how are you coping? So, and what I mean by that is, I know a few people have had some breakups. I know a few people have had some issues with family, or just whatever pitfalls or things that you've had in life, and how people particularly want to stay in a state of depression or sadness. And I say that because it's pretty much a choice. And I can positively and confidently say this to you, because not only have I been there, I still go there from time to time. It's almost like you have to make yourself sad for this particular reason, or I have to be depressed about it because this situation calls for sadness. This situation calls for depression, but it doesn't. You can choose how you react to a situation. Even particularly what I've dealt with lately, in terms of, just kind of a grief or a sadness, is the loss of my best friend. And after so long, I started to feel guilty about not being sad. Now, sometimes I'm really, really sad. I am. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him and I don't have my moment of sadness. But some days I do feel guilty about the fact that I'm happy and maybe I should still be grieving. But I got a word the other day that encouraged me that even through my loss of him, that there have been blessings and there have been positive things that have come out of it, despite me even wanting to admit that and say that. Even knowing that he wouldn't even want me to be in a state of depression and constant grief for him. So I'm choosing to have happiness and be happy. And when I have those moments of sadness, to allow myself to grieve and then move past it. But there are some people who want to grieve for relationships forever. They want to grieve for the loss of the parent that was absent. They want to grieve for all of these different things. And, for me, I just had a conversation with my son. And the interesting thing was, I told him, son, I know that it's difficult for you. It's so many people out here that have a parent that just is not interested in being a parent to you. And that's hurtful. My dad was not in my life. He tried to sporadically be in and out. I made a decision for him to just exit. And that was easiest for me, instead of the in and out, in and out. My son has a little bit more difficulty dealing with the fact that he does not feel loved or wanted, or even a relationship is even yearned for between him and his dad. And that's something that he's going to have to get past. And I don't want him to wallow in that. I don't want him to sit in the land of pity about that. Because at the end of the day, you have to live your life. When you wake up in the morning, it's you. You're not waking up with your mama. You're not waking up with your daddy. You're not waking up with anybody else but yourself. And you have to figure out what it is that will make you happy, and do those things and choose to be happy in those things. And I saw a quote, and I wanted to share this with you guys. And it says, at some point, you just have to let go of what you thought should happen and live and what is happening. And I want to encourage you guys because, like I said, this is something I've dealt with even recently. And I want to let you know that as long as you keep holding on to the what if, and that could have happened, and I wish this would have happened. And when people say it's easier said than done, I don't scratch that statement. Just do it. Just do it. Stop trying to wallow in sadness, in grief, in depression, in all of these feelings and emotions that don't evoke a positive change, that don't evoke happiness. Because all of those things these are things that you can change. You really can change those things. And in terms of me speaking from a place of experience, I can tell you that. I've been in bad relationships. I was with a man who I was engaged to that went and married somebody else. Allow God to protect you from stuff instead of dwelling on it. The reason why you don't have that relationship is He protected you from it. Move on. Keep going. Live your life and be happy in it. Additionally, anything else that you're struggling with, that you're having a hard time with, you can still choose happiness through it. I don't care what it is. I'm talking about relationships specifically, but I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about the absent parent that you didn't have in your life and you just want to be sad and dwell in it, and you 35 and 45 years old and you still can't get past the fact that your mother or father walked out of your life. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying get over it, but I kind of am saying get over it. You know how many people deal with this, and you just got to keep living. Life is not as long as we think it is. Who wants to live their life always dwelling on the would've, the could've, the should've? Who wants to dwell on life in, well, if I could have changed this person, it could have been like this. You couldn't change that person because that's not who they are. Be obedient to what it is that God told you and move on in your life and be happy and be okay with that. And know that everything that you want, you cannot have, and be okay with that. I learned this, and the moment I learned this, y'all, seriously, I learned such a change in my attitude. When I got the no, you didn't get this job. No, you didn't qualify for this particular loan. No, we're not going to grant you this. I learned to say thank you anyway, because I was being protected. Walk in the understanding and the all-knowing that every no you get, every single no you get, you were supposed to get. Stop dwelling on the past. Stop living in the would've, could've, should'ves. Stop holding yourself back. Stop blocking what God has for you because you cannot move forward. I love y'all. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me at Kinetic Kia. I also, in none of my other videos, I've not done this, and I want to take just a few moments to do this. Follow also, my husband and I have a business. It's called Good Family Cleaning. Follow us on Twitter at Good Family Clean. Follow us on Instagram at Good Family Cleaning. Facebook, Good Family Cleaning. I love y'all. And remember, move forward. Stop living in the past. Stop dwelling. And stop being okay with sadness, depression, grief, and anxiety. And live in the purpose that God has for you. Because you're missing out if you're doing anything else. I love y'all.